Welcome to tacosandgeeks.com. Justin here, back with more film reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the horror film Talk to Me. As always, I give you a brief synopsis, so here we go. When a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits using a bald hand, they become hooked on a new thrill until one of them goes too far and unleashes terrifying supernatural forces. Let me just give this a round of applause, people. This man, for first time directors, these YouTubers did a hell of a job. I mean, they start off on YouTube, but obviously now they're motion picture directors. And I just gotta give credit to the cast. Sophia Wilde as Maya. We had Marcus Johnson as Max. You had you have Joe Bird as Riley, Alexandra Jensen as Jade. You have Miranda Otto as Sue. I mean, there was so much. And, sorry. Also, you have Zoe Tarekis as Haley. There was so much to unpack with this film. And what I really like about this is that the way it's approached. Like, I'm definitely going to recommend this for teenagers 15 and up. Definitely in that demographic, I say they need to see this, mainly because there is kind of a message and an underlining thematic theme on this when it comes to just teens and peer pressure, drugs, and the need to go viral and challenges. And me watching these kids do the Talk to Me, it felt like they were doing like a TikTok challenge. Mainly because if you watch the trailer, they had their cameras out, everybody's recording people, and they're posting their reactions online to hopefully go viral. And it is kind of that thematic theme and lesson of the need to go viral, the need to do these challenges, the high and the thrill that you get from these challenges. And I looked at other reviewers too. Some say it's an allegory for drug use, and how it affects the family. And you kind of see that once these kids go through the Talk to Me and they invite the spirits, and you kind of see how those two, from drug addiction and how it affects people and affects people around them, can be compared to what's happening into the film. And I really did enjoy it. As far as the scares go, I know a lot of people are wondering about that. It's like, oh my gosh, it's the scariest. It's the scariest everybody keeps saying. The concept for me was scary, but you keep in mind, I am a horror veteran, so I've seen a lot of shit, and it's very hard to shock me, and it's hard to scare me. But for those who are not seasoned enough or not desensitized like a lot of us are, especially if you have Shudder, I mean, God, you're probably watching horror every day like I do. So if you're not as desensitized to like the ghosts and the goblins and the demons and the Michael Myers is, yeah, this is gonna scare you. This has some really creepy elements. Not that much jump scares, thankfully. The scares come more in terms of the drama and the conflict and how the deterioration mentally of what's happening to these kids. That's where the fear comes into play. There are a couple of jump scares in here, but it's not something that's overly done like you will see like in the Conjuring series or recent horror films, or like in Insidious where it's Jump Scare City. This has its jump scares make sense, and when it happens, there's a point to it. It's a nice setup, and some jump scares you're not expecting to happen, but they do it very, very well. The cinematography is also well done, well lit. It's not dark. They managed to scare you during the daytime as well. There's some really creepy imagery here, and I like the ending as well. The ending is a downer. It's a sad ending. It's actually a very sad horror film. And one thing I really like about this horror film is the fact that we have time with our characters. There are moments in here where the character is allowed to breathe. There are moments in here where the characterization works. You're getting a horror film that's doing kind of an examination of grief and death and how that takes its toll on people, especially with Maya. She lost somebody, so her being the ability to see these spirits and certain spirits coming back to talk to her, it messes with her head, but it's also keeping something close to her. So this is all without spoilers, of course, but there is a lot of things in here that they did right, and I just can't recommend it enough. I'm going to give this 4 stars out of 5. What did you think of Talk to Me? Comment below, let me know. This is Justin from otakusandgeeks.com saying Lady Days. If you like what we do here, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you're watching this on otakusandgeeks.com, by all means, browse our website. Plenty of things to offer, such as UWL, Saturday Night Slam, our podcast, The Hour, and check us out more on Spotify and everything else where you can find us. Thank you, and you can find us on social media at Otakus and Geeks. Thank you for all your support. Really appreciate it. Talk to Me gets 4 stars out of 5. Later Days.